Hey everyone, I'm Annette J. Beveridge. I'm a journalist and welcome to the One Eye On news channel. Now, I try to cover topical subjects, so some things are in the news or maybe I've read about it in a newspaper, but this one in particular is probably going to wind a lot of people up and will really make others quite happy. Now, the subject I'm referring to is the £100 million bat tunnel. Okay, now if you haven't heard about that, take a deep breath, sit back and let me explain. It's actually going on in Buckinghamshire and it was part of the HS2 line. And there is £100 million being invested in what is a tunnel, a shield to protect bats. Now, I want to say that I would spend any amount of money on protecting animals because as a species we are pretty rotten when it comes to conserving the environment or riding roughshod over the needs of other species. Just because we are the dominant species doesn't mean we should do that. So in some ways I'm quite heartened by this, but I can't even envisage what £100 million looks like. I mean, it's just a huge number with a whole lot of zeros. But I don't understand how things can cost this much. I mean, is it gold plated? Now, as you can see here, it's not gold plated. Big disappointment. But this is an artist's impression, which was in one of the news articles I was looking at. As you see, it's from PA Media, so I'll give them a shout out. But yeah, it does seem extraordinary that this type of tunnel, this type of building is being built. I mean, I have to say, it's because the species that is being protected is extremely rare in this country. It's actually the Bechstein's bat, and we do need to obviously conserve it, which was the whole point about us not doing the HS2 train in the first place. I mean, you'll probably recall the problems, the outcry and the anger and frustration that came about with people on opposite sides of the argument. But this was the actual whole point from an environmentalist point of view, that by putting that high-speed train rail there, it was going to cause an awful lot of problems for wildlife, but not just for wildlife, but for people too. So as I said, I'm slightly heartened by the fact that it's actually happening. But I think HS2 are saying that they've had to go for this option. That's a cheaper option than moving the line. I guess so. But they're saying that it's Natural England's fault, and Natural England are saying, well, there's been an awful lot of people, environmentalists, wildlife enthusiasts who have been really concerned about this. And obviously, if we do have a rare species, we really do need to protect it. So I'm just amazed that that is going to cost £100. I did see on one article £100 million. I did see on one article that it's being called the shed. Bit of a glorified shed as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, hey ho. So anyway, what do you think about it? I mean, are you somebody who cares about nature and you're really glad that we're protecting the Bechstein bats? Or, you know, do you think, oh my God, what a colossal amount of money? Let me know.